time and for your patience today. We'll jump right in to the call. 1 second, I'm going to record. And we'll start with Joe Chats from OnTap Sportsnet. Again, we're having some technical difficulties. Rudy, can you please allow Joe to speak?
Recording in progress.
Hello. Most people don't want me to be allowed to speak, so I completely empathize.
No, we hear you now. That's good.
Wonderful. Thank you, Frank. Thanks, E. Thanks, Rudy, for the time. Really do appreciate it. Frank, twofold question for you. Curious just the availability for the team going into the match versus Red Bulls, and I'm curious what you're expecting from a side that's under different management than the last time these two teams faced off. So I'm curious if you're expecting anything different under Lassane and Co. and Harrison. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. As far as the players, I think, look, I think the good news, there's good news with Guti. I think the MRI did an MRI on the player, and the really good news is that structurally there was no damage to the ligaments or meniscus and stuff, so that's a really good sign. He has obviously with the way he went down and the way his knee went kind of backwards, that he has some bruising and some swelling in the knee. He's day to day. He came out today a little bit to jog. You know, we just have to see how the next couple of days really go for him. And also with Rafa, I think he's day to day. He came out, he participated in some of the training today. He still has discomfort in the knee, and there's swelling a little bit. So we're also being very careful with him. So, you know, I think the positive is with Guti long term that there's no really any structural damage, which is fantastic for a young player like him or for any player. And then both those guys are really day to day. And as far as your second question from the Red Bulls, no, I think their DNA is whoever they bring is. I think their philosophy. It's a team that's going to be very direct. It's a team that's, you know, going to really challenge for every ball. Second balls become really important. They're a team that's really good, very good in transition. They're very direct. You know, I mean, we have to expect a physical going into it. So, you know, I don't expect any different things than what I had seen in the first from them or something from the past, because they really stick to their kind of DNA as a club, going back to the Red Bull Leipzig, Salzburg, and also with them.
Thanks, Frank. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to Alex Calabrese, Men in Red 97.
Hey, Coach, how are you today?
Good, Alex. Great.
All right, awesome. So my question for you is that against the Revolution, you were able to end that goal drought that was going on for way too long. Does that performance give you confidence that you can get the wins you need in the last matches to make that final push?
I think the performance was really good. I think we made obviously necessary changes because of the injuries, but I thought the guys performed extremely well. I mean, the negative part about it was the injury to Guti, but there's a positive to that. You know, obviously what I talked about before with Joe, that structurally after the MRI everything is intact and looks really good. It's good to have gotten the 2 goals. You know, and you know, I think that we were a little bit unlucky with some of the bounces for them to get back into the game. But I thought that we had really good moments. We created and scored those 2 goals, but then we had other opportunities that I think that, again, it's just some decision-making, execution, you know, could be a little bit better to give us better opportunities in front of goal. It's going to be a different game. I think all the way to the end now, every match it's almost like, I think for every team that almost a similar situation to us. Everyone's fighting for that playoff spot. So, you know, we're playing on the road. It's never easy, but we've proven before that we can go in difficult places and win. I'm preparing the players to, exactly what they're going to face, and they have to be ready. And we have to approach this game like the final and leave everything on the field. We do have confidence, and I do believe in the group, and whoever we put, I believe that they're going to leave everything on the field to try to get a result for us, which we need, obviously, as the season is winding down, and the points right now become very important.
Thank you. We'll go back to Joe Chats.
Thanks, E. Yeah, thanks, Frank. I'm curious, one last question, kind of formationally, and there's been a little rotation with Alonso and Miguel on the left and Arnaud and Johnny on the right. I'm curious how those competitions have been going in training this week, and possible expectations for both sides of the attack and defense.
Yeah, I just think competition brings out the best in players. I thought that Johnny had an against New England, and I think with Dean, you know what you're always going to get from him. He just leaves his heart on the field for the team.
Coach, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So we are having some very awesome internet difficulties. And now that you're back, we'll go back. Alex, did you finish asking your question?
I didn't get to ask another question. I think that was Joe's question that was halfway through being answered.
Okay.
And
it cut off? Okay.
I don't know where it got cut off, Joe, so.
Right when you were wrapping up about Johnny.
Yeah, I just think both players, I think competition is, I think we try to create in every spot really good competition. And I think both those spots, you have players that really, are competing hard to get on the field. I think the players are healthy, and I think we still have a couple more days to make that decision. But I felt that Johnny had a strong performance, and so did Miguel.
Thank you.
Last game. Thank you.
And Alex, I see you have your hand up, so we'll go last question to you.
Yeah, just one more really quick for me. It's actually about a Red Bulls player, because Corey Burke always seems to score against the Fire. I think after Kai Kamara, he scored more goals against the Fire than anyone else. Is that something you discuss going into the game? Is that something you're thinking about, or does that just kind of happen?
No, I don't discuss to tell players this guy scores always against us, Alex. No, I think every game is a little bit different, but regardless of what they put out there, I think that I think we just have to be ready for it.
Thanks.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Coach. We'll have
Thank you.
Captain Rafael Czichos up next. All right, we're gonna try again with this amazing internet. Thankfully, it's first world problems and nothing more. And we'll go ahead and get started with Alex Calabrese from Men in Red 97.
Hey Rafa, how you doing? You recovering well?
Yeah, I'm trying my best. I practiced with the team today. Right now, I'm losing my voice. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm going to be able to do this interview here.
Awesome. So my question for you today is that looking at these last 4 games, actually, Red Bull, Miami, Charlotte, and New York City, they're all against direct playoff rivals for those last 2 spots, maybe. So how do you approach that mentally, knowing that every single one of these games is essentially like an extra playoff game?
Yeah, we talked this week already about it, that every game from now on will be final, and it starts on Saturday in New York. It's going to be a tough game against a very good team that always plays with a high intensity. We know that. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be a final. And if we want to reach our goals, we have to win there. Everybody knows about the situation. We haven't won in a while. And that's what we're working on right now.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to Joe Chats from On Tap Sports.
Hi, Rafa. Thanks, E. Rafa, I have to ask you, I know last time you didn't love sitting in the skybox at Soldier Field. I'm curious how that experience was again on Saturday, and what you saw from your guys, other than the scary moment for Goody.
Yeah, it's always not fun at all to sit up there and to watch the guys and not be able to be part of the game. But yeah, I think we played a good game. The goals we conceded were too easy. We analyzed it this week and we talked about it. And but all in all, I think we would have deserved to win this game. Couldn't make it at the end, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, we had a meeting about it. We talked about it, and also Guti's injury doesn't seem to be super bad. So that's definitely the good news about it.
Thank you. Alex, I see your hand is up again. We'll go back to you.
Yeah, thanks again. I wanted to ask about Wyatt because in the last game he stepped in as a starter and he played the game before that, even though he hasn't been playing that much this season so far. What's it been like to have him as a guy who, even when he's not playing, can be a useful option at center back next to you?
I love to play. I love to play with Wyatt next to me, honestly. And Wyatt is one of the most professional teammates I've ever had. And yeah, I think he did a great job at the weekend. The situation before the second goal, I think, it was a little bit unfortunate. But all in all, it was a good game, and that's not easy to step in and to play after such a long time. And yeah, like I said, I think he did a great job, and that should give him a lot of confidence for the next weeks.
Thank you. Joe, back to you.
Yeah, Rafa, I have to ask, you have Gaston playing in front of you. We've been talking about Frank's been preaching for him to attack more going forward. He finally scored his last weekend. Both as a center back, seeing a defensive midfielder going forward, I'm curious how you encourage him to do that while also, staying back and ensuring that you guys can cover for him when he needs to go up front.
Yeah, I think we saw how good Gaston is this year. He's a very important player for us, and especially the last week with this very, very nice goal. He showed everybody that he's able to score, and yeah, the coach is right when he tells him to try it more often. And we as center backs, we try to have his back and to give him a good feeling to go more forward and to try to score more. And I hope the goal gives him confidence to do it more in the future.
Thanks, Rafa. Safe travels and good luck getting your voice back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Alex, do you have one more question or are you good?
No, I do not. Thank you.
Fantastic.
All
Rafa,
right.
thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank
Go get
you.
some tea. And thank you everyone for joining
Yes, I
us.
will. Thank you.
you.
Bye bye.